This structure is made from 4 cells of a rhombic dodecahedron put together from toothpicks and wood glue. Each cell is made of a rhombic dodecahedron, which is composed of 12 congruent rhombic faces, as seen here. And the top cell here sits on top of 3 cells down below, with no gaps. This property is called space filling, and the rhombic dodecahedron is the only other convex polyhedron made from all congruent faces besides the cube. I initially put this together without any of these extra struts, and the whole thing was too floppy because the glue area is just the tip of a toothpick. So I then went back and added these struts, and now it's actually very strong to all loads in compression, tension, torsion. The one nice side effect of adding these struts is that you can see we get 2 different types of extra shapes formed. Here in the very center, you can see we get a tetrahedron formed from the intersection of the 4 edges that come together and meet at a vertex of degree 4, because there are 4 vertices to the tetrahedron. And then likewise, the other intersection point is of degree 8 and begins to form the cube. Unfortunately, I don't have enough cells here to show the full cube, but each one of the intersections would have one of these tetrahedrons or cubes alternating at each vertex. I used a couple of 3D printed jigs in the construction process. The first of which is a jig to hold the toothpicks at the proper angles to glue together the primary face structure. This one has the 7 places for toothpicks to be glued in, and includes the dihedral angle to keep them aligned. The nice thing is that you only need one of these, because once you get 2 faces together, you can then move it over one unit and use it to glue the next one in place. So for example, if I had originally created these 2 faces, you can then rotate to here and then glue this face in. The next jig that I needed when I started adding the struts was a little miter box to cut these to the appropriate length and angle. And you can see there's one for each of the strut types. And then when going to add the struts in, I printed one final jig which had extra room cut out so that the struts wouldn't hit the old slot locations. It's kind of hard to show on camera, but the shadow lines from this structure are pretty neat, so let's try and capture those now. And here's a little animation that further illustrates the space-filling nature of the rhombic dodecahedron.